Hey, hey. All right. It says we're live. Hey, guys. Happy Friday. Hope you guys have had a good week. I've had a good day because it started out with lash day. Got my lashes did. Which gave me the confidence to get on here with this little. Okay, Shannon, have you seen that little meme that's like floating around or that says something about most moms reading this right now have their hair in
A messy bun or something
yeah.
like that?
Yeah. Like what did we do before messy buns? I don't know.
I'm not a messy bun girl personally.
Well,
This
because
doesn't.
you've got that natural curl that everyone's jealous of your hair, Shannon. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a minute to hop on. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can pull this up on my computer too.
Oh, okay.
Just because I can't see it. I mean, is anybody here? Let us know that you're here. Let us know where you're watching from. I know some of you may be in the school pickup line.
On my computer, it says there's 12 people watching.
I'm going to put away the hot sauce that was on our random counter. What did you say, Shannon?
Well, now it says 18 people are watching.
Oh, okay. So we have some friends somewhere that are watching. Yeah. Okay. Great. So we're live. We've got people. We've taken the hot sauce out of the video. We're good, I think. Okay, well, hey guys, happy Friday. Hope you have had a good week. If you have been, if you get notifications of when I go live, you've noticed that I've been introducing you to some of my friends over the last few weeks and just letting you hear more about their stories, which is super fun for me, just because you guys have seen my story and you've heard me blab my mouth about this Thrive thing for 7 years now. And you see, when I share like written stories, I'm like, do you even read the written stories? I don't know. I read the written stories when Tony was reaching out to me. And I remember really that's probably one of the reasons why I did reach out to her, because there were all these stories of people that were just feeling so good and they were happy and yada, yada. So, Shannon and I have known each other. I'm excited for y'all to hear her story. So Shannon and I have known each other for 20 years. And we went to graduate school together, but not in the same room. So the story behind that, I'm going to give you guys a little background. And do they still have this going, Shannon? They do, don't they?
They do. Actually, Maggie was just talking about it the other day. Like, she's supervising assistant and she wasn't sure if he had gotten accepted or not. But yeah, same situation. Like, your regional center, and then they have one day at home for sure per week.
Okay. So here's the scoop. So both of us have a degree in speech therapy, or it's communication science and disorders. Mine was from TCU. Shannon graduated from Baylor, so I don't know what yours was titled. But anyway, speech. We were going the speech therapy route, right? And basically, there's always been such a shortage of speech therapists in the schools that TEA went in with Texas Women's University years and years ago, and basically created a program where you could do distance learning via our regional service centers. So I was I lived in Bridgeport at the time, drove to Fort Worth to class to the regional service center. Shannon was in Houston, but we have another mutual friend, Michaelin, who had introduced the two of us at our state speech convention. It's probably, maybe it was more like 19 years ago, because Jaden was little like baby.
Like you and Ralph had just been on your first date.
Okay. Yeah. So 19 years. So anyway, that oh gosh, that takes me back. But anyway, so Shannon and I connected, and then we ended up doing the same graduate school program, and we were like AOL Messenger freaks. Like those of you that remember, okay, if you're on AOL, whatever happened to AOL Messenger? Like, why did it go away? I don't know. And then we were like, when we were in graduate school, it was when if you both had AT&T, like it was free, you know, because that was in the days where like every single phone call cost you money. And so was it you that switched your plan?
It was you guys switched, because we had T-Mobile the whole time. You switched to T-Mobile, or it was like Voice Stream at the time or something. And it was crazy because had not been married long, and I'm fortunate to still be married after the cell phone bills that were coming from talking to Mauria.
I think the guys enjoyed it once we figured out AOL Messenger. See, somebody's laughing about it. Or no, AOL. Is that what it was called?
AIM, right?
No.
AOL Instant Messenger. AIM.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, by golly, we got through graduate school, okay? And became speech pathologists, and have had so much fun, just friendship throughout the years. Obviously, when you're married and you have mom life, you know, you don't get to see your girlfriends all the time, especially when we live on opposite ends of the state. But we've stayed connected all this time. And so when I started this whole Thrive thing, of course, Shannon was one of the first people that I thought needed it, but she didn't think she did. So we'll let you share your side of the story.
Kick myself for those days.
A little stubborn. I don't know why, but like I attract stubborn friends. Like most of my are like headstrong, stubborn women, set in their ways. Like that's my circle.
I had already tried everything. Why was this going to work? Or why would this help?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was the idiot that Mauria came to me in the very beginning and tried to introduce it to me. Actually, it was like a game on Facebook Messenger back then. I've got this stuff. You've got to try it. I'm like, what is it? And so then I went through the laundry list. Is it this? Is it this? I've tried this. Is it that? Is it this? What? Blah, 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 blah. And every time she was like, no, no, no. And I'm like, well, it's got to be one of those. And I mean, then my excuse was, okay, I have so much of this other stuff that Brett will kill me if I try something else before I use all of this, which wasn't working to begin with. Like it wasn't doing anything for me, but I had a cabinet full of it. And so I stuck it out and continued, all the while not really getting any results. And then you went on that first lifestyle getaway with Lavelle to Vegas, and we were going to Vegas at the same time, or a couple days apart. And I was like, just leave it at the desk at Caesars and I'll get some from you. And you said you didn't have enough. And then you ended up getting like stuck in Vegas and stuff, right? Like, didn't you?
And I'm glad I didn't give you my Thrive because I almost ran out of Thrive.
I was so bummed that I didn't get some Thrive on that time. But so then it still took like a month before I finally ordered. So I think it was like 5 months that you told me about this stuff. And I was like, no, no, no. And I kicked myself for those 5 months. That was really dumb.
Hey, at least it wasn't 5 years. I mean, I've still got some friends it's been 7 that I don't know what they're waiting on. They're going to come around though. And they're going to be like, I don't know, Mauria. Like, why?
Right.
Because I'm one of your stubborn friends. Okay, so do you have a before picture?
Like I was just sitting here thinking, man, why didn't I grab those? But they're right here. So
okay, so and this is actually something. So I want to preface it with this though, because somebody said to me the other day, they're like, well, I can't tell anybody about Thrive yet because I haven't lost any weight yet. Like they just started, or they think they have to have a weight loss story, and I'm like, I don't have a weight loss story. Like, I really don't. And honestly, there's skinny weight, and then there's fat weight, and then there's lean weight, and then there's muscle weight. You know what I mean? So like, I don't have a physical transformation that's just like gonna knock your socks off. But what I have is an internal story that then went to the outside. And I mean, my story is all about mommy mojo back, feeling alive, brain fog being lifted, getting my confidence back, throwing away the insecurities that were really, affecting my marriage, affecting a lot of things, So, but Shannon is one with an insane weight loss story. And she's this petite little thing. How tall are you, Shannon?
like 5'2.5".
Yeah. She's my little friend.
So, but I was not little in other ways. Well, except for my feet. So yeah, just a little bit of backstory on me to kind of know where I was coming from. My husband and I were married 8 years while like I did grad school, put on some weight doing grad school, not ridiculous or anything. Then after 8 years, we decided we were going to try and have a baby, and we had our son Brennan. And 7 weeks later, we gained custody of my husband's half brother, who was 11 at the time. So we went from 0 kids to 2 kids in a matter of 7 weeks, had a breastfeeding infant and a 6th grader all at once. And so like I had to figure out mom life from beginning to end, essentially all at one time. And I worked 45 minutes away from home. So there was like the commute in that. I had 2 weeks to figure out being a mom of 2 kids, truly, because I had like 9 weeks maternity leave. And so I had to, like, we live in Humble, Texas, where on Thursdays, middle school and high school goes to school 2 hours later than all the rest of the days of the week. Whose schedule does that work for?
I don't know. Whoever created that does not have children.
And still, like,
and it's totally like disregarding the parents that do
working parents. Yeah, like what are you supposed to do? So I had a lot to figure out in a very brief amount of time. So it was very hard, very stressful. I gained a lot of weight. Like I was nursing the baby and gaining weight constantly. So here's a couple pictures of me like at my heaviest. This is weird. So there's Jared and Brennan. And then my husband, Brett. How do I make you see that? Okay, there. So this is another one of me. Like I was a big girl. And then finally, after like 2 years, I decided, okay, you have to figure this out. Like this is your life. And so I did. I started fitting in exercising regularly, going to jazzercise, doing what I needed to do. I lost my first 30 pounds. And then I was stuck for a whole year. The weight didn't go anywhere. I was trying different products, still not seeing anything. You can see this first picture is actually the trip in Vegas when Mauria had just been there before us. So that's us at the top of a hotel in Vegas before Thrive. And a month later started thriving. And then this is 9 months later. And then just some other pictures like that are on that same collage. But I mean, you can see it was a big change. Like 38 pounds down, happier, healthier, sleeping like a baby. And it's still working today. I mean, we've all been in this whole quarantine thing. And so I saw a friend at the gym yesterday and she was like, oh my gosh, you've gotten so skinny. And in reality, like my weight hasn't changed, just, my muscle mass, I guess, and lean, all things like that, whatever has changed. And I can tell when I look in the mirror, like I see that like my clothes look different and stuff, but I'm still in the same size. I'm still like the same weight, all those things, but it's made a huge difference for sure. I do not want to go a day without my Thrive.
I know. And you don't ever want to go back to where you were before Thrive.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And as you were saying about the weight loss thing, so for me, it was, like 40 pounds. Brett's lost 40 pounds, my husband. But then our oldest, Jared, he's 22 now. Can you see him? But he gained 25 pounds thriving. Mm-hmm. He was like running cross country and, I don't know, like eating 4,000 calories a day, something just insane, and was skinny as a rail. and we started him thriving, and he put on weight.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what his body needed. Like, I have some awesome pictures of him, but I don't have them printed. They're on my phone.
Yeah.
But recently in one of the groups, I don't know if it was Thrive Nation or Thrive and Star or something like that, but I mean, you should see the difference, like a side by side of him running, and then one of him in the bathroom with his abs flexing, and it was like, holy moly, wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, if you need to gain weight, like, it works in that way too.
Right.
It does what your body needs.
It does. It does. Yeah. I mean, it's just premium nutrition. It's fueling your body from the inside out. It's bridging those nutritional gaps. And there's so many benefits to it. You mentioned sleeping good. As far as mom energy.
Yeah. I mean, so I don't sleep a lot. I've never been a big sleeper. Like, I'll stay up super late and still get up early in the morning. I should probably sleep more, if we're going to be perfectly honest, but I don't. And, but when I sleep so well. Like, I love when Facebook memories come up and show me, like, when I first got a Fitbit and stuff, and like how my sleep back then, it looks different than it looks now.
Yeah.
But it was just like blue space, like, you are asleep. And even still now, like, I don't wake up tons of times during the night, anything like that, you know. I sleep through the night, and I sleep well, and I wake up and I feel ready to take on the day, whatever that's going to entail, versus dreading the day where I was before.
Yeah. Was it hard? Remind me, was it hard to convince Brett to thrive with you?
Well, initially when I started, he said, you do whatever you want, but you leave me alone about it. Like, I just don't want any part of it. And I said, okay, that's fine. And so I started thriving, and he was watching and was like, okay, I mean, if you're going to feel this good, like, I want to feel this good too. So he was my first customer. We signed him up and we ordered as a customer for him. It arrived. He started taking it for 10 days. He told Mauria and I both, you are full of crap. This stuff doesn't do anything. You've been bamboozled. Like, there's nothing to any of this. You have no idea what you're talking about. And then, like, on the 10th day, like Mauria said, we're in the Houston area. And so we took our then 4-year-old to the Children's Festival in downtown Houston. And it's like blocks and blocks of just stuff, from rides and bouncy houses to different vendors and, you know, all these things, food trucks, da, 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 da. So we were there like all day. He rode rides, played games, carried our kid around on his shoulders, and like wasn't really fazed by it. It was like going strong and fine. We get in the car, we come home. At this point, I've been married to the guy for 12 years. Like, I knew him pretty well. He should have been sewn to the couch at that point, like flat on his back, done for the day. This is it. He mowed the lawn. So
yeah, that stuff doesn't work at all that he's taking. It doesn't work at all.
He came inside, and that is when he, with his tail between his legs, said,
holy crap.
Okay, so I guess there must be something to this stuff, because I never could have had a day like that and then come home and mowed the lawn and like not been dead exhausted.
Yeah.
And so he's not gone a day without it since then.
Yeah.
And his Thrive experience is different than mine, right? Like,
yeah,
he still will say, well, I don't feel that I thrive, but I feel if I don't thrive. Yeah. Like, he knows the difference between thriving and not thriving. At 2:00, he's sitting at his desk at work, his head's bobbing, like, you know, he's having that afternoon crash that if he takes his Thrive, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, so there have been days when he's been like, oh my gosh, I forgot to take my capsules this morning. And I'm like,
Sucks to be you.
That stinks. And I mean, they're right there on his nightstand, like he knows good and well. But I mean, it certainly doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
But those are the days where he can say, okay, I definitely can feel that I thrive, or I know that I thrive.
Yeah.
But it's just not, for him, it's not like, you know, some people will say, I take my capsules and 20 minutes later, there's my jumper cables, I'm good to go, whatever. He's not that guy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So.
Yeah, I love it. Well, and I think most of us, you know, Paul's challenged us a couple of times, like, go without it.
Yeah.
I'm not going without it. Like, you guys have fun with that, but I'm not going without it.
Not your girl.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your business journey, because you are a full-time speech pathologist. So you really built this. You know, I think that there's probably a lot of people are going to see this video that they love what they do, but man, you know, to feel amazing every day and then actually have some additional income that, you know, doesn't require them being outside the home. I mean, that's what I say. Everybody has their phone in their hand. Actually, if you're watching from your phone, give us a phone emoji. And then if you're watching from your computer, let us know that you're watching from the computer. I'm willing to bet most of you watching are going to give me a phone emoji. So give me that. But talk to us a little bit about that, like working this in the nooks and crannies of your days, because I know you qualified for your car pretty early. Like, how long had you been in the business to qualify for your car?
So we started VIP 800, 1600, 4K all in the first month. Now, when I started way back in the day, they actually mailed an iPad to your house. And so I still have the pictures of like Brennan standing out on the porch when the iPad arrived, you know, and just being so excited. But it took us 8 months to get to be auto bonus earners. Yeah. So I mean, I don't feel like we didn't start out slow or anything. Like, we just kind of gradually built and then qualified for the auto bonus. And even still, y'all, okay, so my husband is an accountant. He's all by the numbers guy. Like, everything is about, there's this much expense and this much whatever. He loves a budget and just all these things that just disgust me. But he gets so excited. Oh, this is paid off. I'm like, well, who cares? Whatever. Okay. So anyhow, when I first qualified for the auto bonus, he was like, it's a total fluke. Like, okay, good. Congratulations. But like, we're not getting you a car. And I was like, okay, fine. And then we went on the lifestyle getaway to Vegas. And I had
meaning she earned a trip.
Yes, right. Our first lifestyle getaway was within a year of joining the company. But I had qualified in November. Well, then in December, like, our team did not qualify for the auto bonus. And so he was like, see, and I'm like, oh, geez, okay. That's not the point. Like, we're going to get back there. Like, we just barely missed it or whatever. So then in January, we earned it. February, we earned it. And I think it was February or March, we went to Vegas and we hit 40K. And that's when he was like, okay, well, I mean, I guess we can go and look at something. And that's when I got my 2015 Lexus RX 350. I've now had a 2015, 2017, and just got a 2021.
Because you are loyal to Lexus. Like, Shannon is a loyal Lexus girl.
Yeah.
Like,
and
going Lexus.
I mean, same model, RX 350. Like, I just drive one in and drive a different one out. So, yeah.
So you're a speech pathologist. You don't have to worry about your car payment every month. Your business takes care of it.
Yeah. I think we've earned, like, I have no idea how many getaways, like 12, 13, somewhere in there. We've been on like 9 or 10. You know, we earned this most recent Cabo one, but we have a Disney trip like that's during Cabo. We leave on Saturday.
Yeah.
A week from Saturday. And so, you know, we don't get to go, but it's lifestyle getaways, so much fun. We so enjoy them. have been so many places that we probably never would have gone if it hadn't been for Lavelle. So that's been super cool. We've also taken our family on so many more vacations. We're big on experiences, and we feel like experiences are more valuable than like gifts at our house so much. So, we spent Christmas 2015, Christmas 2016 in New York City. And Lavelle 2015, we were there with Lavelle, for that. And so it's been just so fun and so exciting to get to add that to our lives. And yeah, I mean, with the numbers guy, my husband, the accountant, honestly, when I earned those first couple bonuses, like VIP 800 and 1600, and like that money was deposited in our bank account, he was like, oh my gosh, okay, like maybe this is for real. Like, I never really thought that would happen, And I mean, I think he's still sometimes like, they paid us $800 again. Every month. But that's what speaks to him. So, but yeah, so the business has been a huge blessing. We have a pool in our backyard, thanks to Lavelle.
Yeah. I love it. So, I love the fact that you've just, I don't know. It's just been an additional part. So we had a super Saturday this weekend, and one of the girls, it's absolutely amazing. She had asked, because a lot of people, I think there'll be people watching, they're like, but really, how do they do this? Like, how do you build a business with this? Well, first of all, you got to get the product in your body, and then you're going to understand how we build a business. Because all we do is we talk about what it's done for us personally, and then we celebrate the heck out of the stories that come from other people because of what the product has done for them. And then the business is just something like, it just becomes an extension of, I feel like I'm Mauria, I'm mom, I'm a wife, I'm a Christian, I'm a runner, but then Thrive is just like the sprinkle on top, it's like the icing on the cake, but like the sprinkles are the really good stuff that just make it all a little bit better or a lot better, and so it is something that you can incorporate into whatever it is that you do. If you're a stay-at-home mom, if you have a full-time career, it really is something that is a lot of fun to be a part of. The emotional, benefits and rewards are huge just because of the stories that you help create. But there is a true residual income opportunity that, again, can be the icing on the cake. It doesn't necessarily have to be a full-time career for you, but it can be what, helps pay for the vacations, helps alleviate some financial stress, helps pay for the car, helps put in the pool, pay for the family vacation, whatever it may be. So I don't know, any last minute closing thoughts before we hop off?
Just whoever shared this with you, get back with them and get some Thrive in your body. Trust your friend. Don't be me who waits 5 months or 5 years or however long it may be. Give it a shot. And honestly, a few days it's just a taste. It kind of shows you how easy it is and what a simple system it is to put into your life. But it's really that continued use that makes the difference, that really changes your body, that really, has people at the gym still saying to me, oh my gosh, like I haven't seen you in, 9, 10, 11 months or whatever. And you look so different and And well, I'm, still thriving. Still feeling great.
They can take the gym away from me. They cannot take my Thrive.
This is true. We did learn that, didn't we? So yeah. And I don't know if y'all looked in the pictures, but I swear I'm aging backwards. I mean, how old do I look in this picture, y'all? Like I was like 32 in that picture, and I'll be 42 in May.
So I was giving Ralph heck yesterday. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I was giving him heck yesterday. Like telling, just basically like saying he's older or whatever. And he is like, well, all I know is I feel a whole lot better at 46 than I did at 36. So, you know, and honestly, y'all, that is the story that we all continue to tell. You know, that we feel so much younger. And it definitely shows, you know, there's something to aging in reverse. But again, hello, your skin is your largest organ. And when you're giving your body premium nutrition, it's just going to like that. Yeah. Oh, you have your breast cancer awareness one on. I have my breast cancer awareness black label, white label.
Fun.
So yeah. All right. Well, it's always fun hanging out with your friend.
Yes, ma'am. I miss ya.
Thank
wish
you.
I was seeing you in Cabo. I know y'all aren't gonna be there either, but I wish we were getting together.
I know.
Soon.
I know. Like all this stupidness needs to go away so we can all just be together again. So, amen. And the whole everybody watching says amen. That's the one thing everybody agrees on. Yeah. So anyway, well, thank you so much. Guys, tell Shannon thank you. If you're watching the replay, let us know that you caught the replay. We like to know what Facebook is pushing out to you guys because we just never know. Anyway, but thank you guys again. Thank you, Shannon. We'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye.